There was a thing in question, something in question I have, Chief. It was the day of the PELRB hearing. There was a receipt submitted for a restaurant, not the Captain's Fiddle, but
Red Blazer.
the Red Blazer up in Concord. That was after the PELRB hearing. And who was in attendance?
Myself, Commissioner Roy, Attorney Higgins, and Attorney Higgins' associate, whose name I do not remember, a lady. And I did ask Commissioner Roy before, when I left the PELRB, if he thought that that would be proper for a business lunch, and he said yes.
Commissioner Roy authorized this?
Well, I asked him,
Yeah.
we had the past policy from many, many years ago, of when the cards were given out and what they've historically been used for. Certainly you can change that or
Right.
whatever, but that's what we were operating on that day.
But he was in attendance that day?
Yes, we discussed how the PELRB, we discussed how it went, points that came out during the meeting. So that's why, we just talked about the points that came out from both sides, general discussion of that here.
Was Commissioner McHugh invited to that meeting, that luncheon?
No.
How come?
I don't know, we went out in a group and we were talking. I don't remember that when we went out, Commissioner McHugh was in that group, so I don't remember how people started separating.
Well, they would have, well, you didn't invite her, right?
No.
Do you know how much that bill was for?
Yes, 54 something, but I can find it.
Was that tabbed for all the people who were there?
Yes.
And you said that you asked Commissioner Roy if it's okay to use the department credit card to go out?
If he thought that was, if he thought that that would met the definition of a business meeting, business meal, if you will, whatever the wording is.
I'm kind of curious as to why Commissioner McHugh wouldn't have been invited if you're all at the PELRB hearing together, all conducting business at the same time for the same cause, if you will, that she would be excluded. Now, she's a grown woman, she could speak for herself, but I find that to be arrogant and insulting. Whether she would have gone or not, I don't know. I don't think that, I think if Commissioner Roy said that that would be okay, I would think that he should be the one carrying the credit card if you're getting it from him. But you're the one carrying the credit card, right?
The department has 3 credit cards.
Does he have one?
Commissioner Roy?
Yeah.
No.
But you have the credit card, you're paying for it, and you're asking him if it's okay. And you don't invite the other commissioner. I want to make a motion.
Well, I don't know, where are you going with this?
I'm going with a motion to suspend the police department credit cards until further notice. I don't think it's appropriate to do what's been done in the past with these. I'd like to cease that. I mean, it was my understanding that when somebody goes out of town for training, if you go out of town for out of state for training, doesn't the people get per diem, reimbursement through per diem here, Chief? If somebody goes to a class somewhere,
Yes.
they don't get issued a credit card, department credit card.
They put in, they are authorized up to X number of dollars for.
They get reimbursed as a per diem. But in this particular instance, there is no per diem, it's just used as a, looking at the policy for the department, for the town of Hooksett, under policy E, it says the use of card for meals is limited to travel outside of the town where at least one overnight stay will occur or when the meal is for business purposes only at the convenience of the town.
If I could clarify just 2 points.
Sure.
I understand where you're going with this. Number one, this is a policy of the town, which the department never adopted. The policy of the credit card that we have been working on was issued back, it was a verbal one, unfortunately, but it was issued back in either 1999 or 2000 when Fred Bishop was the chair and decided that the department should have credit cards so that if the need came up, that we didn't have to, we could do what we needed to do, within the federal spending policy to get the job done. So it was a very probably not very specific, but this is not what we have been
I
following.
understand, this is for the town, and one could argue that we don't, we have separate policies and we wouldn't have to follow the town policy, I understand that. But I can't tell you how disturbed I am about this single expenditure. I didn't catch it at the time, but I don't see that in the realm now. I don't see the justification for it. You're in Concord. I don't know why the attorney didn't pick up the tab. Why should the police department pick up the tab? I mean, but I also don't feel that it's appropriate to be having lunch on the taxpayer's dime when we're paying. I'm assuming that the attorneys involved, if you're discussing business at that lunch, must have billed us out for that.
I wouldn't think so, but I don't know right now. I'm not looking at it. I doubt very much they did.
So if they didn't, then it wouldn't be a business lunch. I would think if they're discussing business, they're going to charge us for doing business, I would think. If I was an attorney and I'm going to sit and have lunch and I'm going to discuss business, the clock's going to be ticking. However, if he decided, or if she decided not to, then that would be great, but yet we're going to feed them. I don't think it's fair to the taxpayers that we're feeding those people, employees included, for lunch. I don't know what the justification is for that as opposed to going out and having a daily lunch in town. If you're what, 13 miles away, everybody's getting paid with the exception of Commissioner Roy.
Now, you said that prior commission had decided that that was okay?
The general usage, yes.
Yeah, so you have that in a policy?
That's why I said it was never put down in the policy with the discussion.
But you
at
have it
commission.
where? You have it where?
It was a discussion at the commission meeting way back.
And it's where, when was that?
Either in late 1999 or sometime in 2000. You'd have to probably ask Fred Bishop if he maybe remembers when that
But-
was.
But was that a motion to go forward with a policy?
No, it was a motion to, or it was a decision for the commission to grant the department to have credit cards for use as we saw fit.
Okay, I understand that, but given the case about using it for things like you used it for, say that time or some other time, was that said to you specifically that you can use it for that?
No, just the definition of a, you always hear
A
that.
business lunch?
Yeah.
But it could very well be a business lunch, but you guys need to pick up your own tab. Why are we picking it up? Why isn't he paying for his own, you paying for your own lunch, the lawyer's paying for their own?
I can just tell you that we were following past practice.
You're following past practice. Now, with regard to the credit card, to the Town of Hooksett administrative regulation, do you follow this?
Up till now, we have not been, no. We've been following what was said many years ago.
But what was said many years ago, is it, quote, a policy? Or was it a vote specifically for that date and specific incident at that time that they were willing to do that? Like you said the other night, a couple of weeks ago, that it has been the practice of the commission that when they're doing oral boards and things like that, the people that they invite to help do the process, that as a part of it, that they will take them to lunch or whatever, because the oral boards go all day. Is this the same kind of thing? I just
I would
wonder.
say yes, because bottom line is I was given the discretion by the commission back then of how to use that card.
Okay, so.
So you were given the discretion.
So that's, it was your discretion to use that card on that, for that luncheon, meeting after the PELRB. You decided, not Roy, because when I first asked you, and maybe
No,
I
it wasn't
misunderstood.
the Roy decided yes or no.
That's the way.
That's what I took it too.
That's how I
I'm sorry,
understood it.
I misunderstood.
That you were asking him for authorization, it'd be okay to use the card, and that's why I said you would need a majority if you're asking him, but
No.
it's your discretion to use the card.
Yes.
And you decided that.
And you were basing it on his.
In all the years we've had the card, it's been the chief's discretion on how to use the cards.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think,
We've had discussions in the past about this charge cards. We've had discussions in the past about paying the late fees, the interest fees
Right.
and stuff. I say we eliminate the whole thing by not having credit cards, suspend them at this time, and that'll be the end of that. We don't have to worry about late charges, we don't have to worry about coming in and signing off on the manifest, we don't have to worry about the bills going up to the town hall and then the town hall paying them. We don't have to worry about things like this, that we have to come in and have a discussion about discretion and use of a credit card. I don't know why the department would need a credit card.
just a second. Ordinarily, I would be inclined to go along with that, but I did take the opportunity to go through each and every one of these. These are the Brookfield Police Department credit card. And finish it, and
Unless prior authorization is given by the majority of the police commission. So we're all on the same page?
I'll second that
Can't
motion.
Okay. Can't use a credit card unless the police commission, the majority of the police commission authorizes the use. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah. Okay, I seconded the motion. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay.